For decades, it has drawn the giants of American tennis. Power. Speed. Precision. Here is where the best American teenagers contend for the coveted gold balls. With a little laughter and fun mixed in. It's the 2013 ASICS Easter Bowl. Coming up next. Welcome to the Coachella Valley in Southern California, in the city of Rancho Mirage. It's time for the USA's best young tennis talent to battle it out under the desert sun from the beautiful Sunrise Country Club. Hello everyone, I'm Katrina Adams alongside Vince Beatty, a former top 20 ATP Tour player, and we are at the Easter Bowl. And Vince, you are a former champion here, you know what it takes. How important is this tournament to the players?
So much prestige in this event for a junior player. All the best players in the country come here. It stays with you forever. It's so integral to the foundation of a player that wants to go to the professional level, and it stayed with me forever. So I really think we could be looking at the next champion out in the Grand Slam and the next great college player as well.
Well, we've seen so much talent out here on the course this week, a lot of great players. Who are your top picks?
On the girls' side, I like Tornado Black. She's very precocious. She's out there in the final as a 14-year-old in the 18 division, and it's very impressive. She looks focused, and she's got a great game. On the boys' side, I like Luca Corinteli. He set the #1 seed, Noah Rubin, and that was impressive. He's big, he's strong, he conducts himself like a pro, and hits the ball big. So we'll see what happens, but it'll be exciting.
Well, a long list of former champions here on the boys' side was John McEnroe, Aaron Krickstein, and Donald Young. And on the girls' side, Jennifer Capriati, Pam Shriver, and Taylor Townsend. And a recent ASICS Easter Bowl champion had a chance to reflect on his performance here in past years.
I loved the Easter Bowl growing up. It was one of my favorite tournaments. I loved coming down to Palm Springs. Weather was always great. It was always a fun place to play, and I wish we had more pro events down here.
Thanks, Sam. Well, the finals are set. But first, competitor Stephen Watson shows us he can do more than just hit a tennis ball.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Whoa, Vince, looks like he may be ready for The Voice, if not the Pro Tour.
Wow, he brought it, Kat.
Now it's time to kick off our finals coverage with the girls' 18 division, featuring the #3 seed Maya Hibby and the powerful prodigy 14-year-old Tornado Allie Black. But first, let's get to know Tornado a little better.
My favorite shot is my backhand down the line, because when the point gets really intense, I like to go for it, and I say it really loud, come on, and the crowd goes wild, so I like that. I grew up in Boca Raton. I was born there, Florida, and my sister, she just won 3rd and 4th place for the 12 and under Spring Nationals, so I'm really proud of her. When I'm not playing tennis, I like to go to the mall and hang out with friends, and I like Justin Bieber.
Thanks, Tornado, and this should be a fun match when you look at the age difference between these two players.
Tornado Black, only 14 years old in the 18 final against Maya Hibby.
Maya Hibby in the near court, Tornado Black in the far court, and good variety of shots from Hibby with that backhand slice early.
Yeah, I like the way she really takes that slice and keeps it low and short, brings her opponents up, and get that really line drive, flat forehand, penetrating the court.
Black up an early break here at 2-1 as Hibby continues to move the ball around the court.
Hibby reminds me a little Steffi Graf style with that big forehand and that slice. She hits most of her backhands with that undercut.
Hibby continuing to work the point around. She works with Debbie Graham Schaefer since she was 9 years of age, and she goes up 4-3 after that shot.
Yeah, she talks about John McEnroe being her favorite player and watching videos of him playing, and you can see how her variety is starting to throw off Tornado Black's great ground strokes.
Black a little frustrated there, going down 5-3 as Hibby trying to control the first set and close this out. Black in the near court now, trying to up her game here in the second.
Yeah, Tornado's looking for that opening, trying to show that potential she's shown all week.
Well, good point for Black here. She's using a lot of variety and ending with a beautiful forehand.
Yeah, Tornado's fighting back. She's got great ground strokes, and it just seems that Hibby doesn't miss at all today.
Well, evidence of that with that beautiful running forehand passing shot for the winner. Hibby goes up 2-love here in this second set. Hibby all year long has had some good success, last year reaching the semifinals of a $50,000 Challenger in Washington, bringing that expertise to this championship match today.
Yeah, and that showing got her to the top 400 in WTA rankings, and she's really showing herself as a professional today.
Championship point here for Hibby, and in the end, Hibby's steadiness was just too much for the power of the young Tornado Black as she captured her first ASICS Easter Bowl gold ball. Afterwards, she discussed the win with our Vince Badia.
Congratulations, your former player coach, Debbie Graham. What did you guys talk about right before that match?
Well, we just make sure I was healthy, and I was getting a little bit tired, so I tried to rest a lot before the match and just not try to think too hard. Just go out there, fight for every point, and just play your game and make it simple.
You did a great job of that. Great variety too. How important is this win to you? It must be really special.
Yeah, this is a really big win for me. I lost in the semifinals last year, and I've played this event since the 14s, and it's close by my home, and I'm really happy to win this event.
Congratulations once again.
Her coach and former WTA star Debbie Graham Schaefer was quite happy afterwards, as was her dad, Soichi. The Sunrise Country Club has a long tradition in the desert. Let's hear about it from General Manager Bill Athan.
It's been just a wonderful experience for Sunrise Country Club and all of its members. The club was built and developed in the early 70s. Many tennis names came through the club. Chris Everett, John Lloyd, Dennis Ralston called Sunrise home, played their tennis here. We're just so excited to have this tournament here and be part of this rich tradition.
Hi, my name is Ryan Broccolo, Tennis Promotions Manager with ASICS America. We are very excited to be title sponsor of the 46th annual ASICS Easter Bowl. This prestigious tournament showcases the top juniors from across the country, the next generation of American tennis. These juniors will go on to be future college stars and professional players, just like our ASICS athletes Steve Johnson and two-time ASICS Easter Bowl winner Alexa Glatch. We're very excited to support junior tennis, and we look forward to a long withstanding partnership with the ASICS Easter Bowl. Enjoy the tennis.
The athletes employ a variety of different warm-up styles, including boys 18's #1 seed Noah Rubin showing off his soccer skills. A couple current pros reflect on the importance of the ASICS Easter Bowl to junior tennis.
Easter Bowl is a special event for all the young kids, especially in the States. Easter Bowl has a long legacy of, great winners, and, the kids these days, they love to come here. Palm Springs is a great place, and, I really think that, some of the best kids in the country are playing here this week.
It's great to see the future of American tennis out there, see those kids out there grinding and getting after it. It's a good thing. I love those junior competitions.
Shortly before the boys' 14 final, I was interviewed by future broadcaster Chase Freeman from nearby La Quinta.
Why is junior tennis so important?
Junior tennis is so important because the kids are our next champions. They're the champions of the future. It's so important for the kids to develop, but more importantly to have fun out on the court and get to play in amazing events such as the ASICS Easter Bowl.
Can you remember winning the Easter Bowl?
Wow, that was such a long time ago. I think I won the doubles, but it was a tough tournament, I know that for sure, and I had a lot of fun playing it. But it's even more important that I'm here today to watch the new champions of today, more so than going back into the 1980s when I played.
What is the best advice you can give a young tennis player?
The first thing is to have fun, enjoy it, work hard, do your best, and if sky is the limit, if you want it to be, whatever your goal is, you can accomplish it. You may make it to the pros, you might not make it to the pros. The best you can do is play collegiate tennis. That's more than anything. You can take that to the moon and back with an education, so that's my advice. Thanks, Chase. Speaking of future champions, the boys' 14 final featured the top 2 seeds, number 1 John McNally and number 2 Connor Hans. Let's find out a little bit more about Connor.
I think my backhand down the line is probably my strongest shot. My parents are here and I love when they watch me because they give me a lot of support and stuff. I really admire Federer's mental game, but I love Murray's how he hits the ball and stuff. I like his strokes. I've never been in the Easter Bowl final before, and I think I'm ready because I've been playing really well.
Thanks, Connor, and this should be a very competitive match against the number 1 and 2 seeds.
Yeah, John McNally coming out of Harper's Point Racket Club in Cincinnati, Ohio, and Connor Hans just 2 hours west of Rancho Mirage, the South Bay Tennis Center where his parents run.
Or Hans in the near court, McNally in the far court. Hans trying to be aggressive moving forward, but McNally too quick and puts this ball away and goes up 2-1 in the first set.
Yeah, John McNally looking like he's dictating play here. He's got powerful game. He's number 1 in the nation and winning that Winter Nationals. You could see him using that confidence here in the first set.
Well, Connor Hans with some nice play, even the first set at 3 games all with that overhead smash.
Yeah, both these guys really want it. I know Connor Hans mentioned he wanted to play 16s at Kalamazoo, but wanted to try to win this title in the 14s, and John McNally's not going to let it go easy.
Well, this match means a lot to both, and Hans frustrated after losing that point.
I really like John McNally's game. He's got a great serve, big forehand. He mentioned Roger Federer is his favorite player, and you can see why with that big forehand.
Well, that was set point for McNally as he takes the opening set 6-4.
Yeah, I really like John's game. He's confident, he's powerful, and he's really pushing Connor around the court. So he's got the control, and look at that forehand there. Wow.
Yeah, he really stayed in control. Big forehand goes up 5-3, 1 game away from the title here in the second set.
He's looking to close off this match, but Connor Hans is not going to go away easily. Makes you hit that 1 extra shot. There's the overhead, and he keeps that ball in play.
Hans just really moving McNally around, trying to stay in there, wins the point, stays in the match. But a championship point for McNally on his serve. The nerves kind of roll into play. He hits the double fault. And you can see Kennedy Hans looking on with some hope for her brother.
Yeah, Katrina, I was in the same match in 1988 in the 14 final, and I know how nervous I was trying to close out my match.
Well, Hans finally breaks McNally to even the score at 5-all in the second.
Yeah, John McNally starting to feel the pressure of having to hit winners, and now Connor Hans putting pressure on him with that crucial volley.
You can look, still trying to be aggressive, moving forward, touch volley, and the improbable comeback continues for Hans here in the second set.
Yeah, I really like his strategy. He's playing really smart. He's taking a guy who has more power than him, but he's playing offensively and making him hit the passing shots.
Hans with the smash, closes out the second set, 7-6.
This third set, John McNally goes back to his guns there. Big forehand, now starting to dictate play again like he did in the first set.
And gets off strong, takes a 2-love lead, the nice fist pump. I know that fist pump from his mom and coach Lynn Neighbors McNally. I played collegiate tennis with her at Northwestern University, and she has to be proud of the way her son is competing out here on the court today. Well, here's a good look at Connor Hans in the near court, really showing some variety in his game. He wins a point and starts to get his rhythm back.
Katrina, before the match started, Connor talked about how much he likes Andy Murray's ground strokes and his style of play. And you can see how he's starting to implement that right here when he comes in.
Yeah, great look at his game style, showing his finesse and touch around the net. Well, McNally saves 5 championship points and holds serve, but Connor Hands still up 5-4. Well, this takes us to championship point for Connor Hands as he stays aggressive, moves forward, puts the pressure on McNally and gets the error, and he completes the comeback. So the number 2 seed protects the match point and wins the hard-fought battle over the top-seeded John McNally, a very competitive match. Shortly after, Vince talked to the excited but exhausted champion.
What a huge comeback. John served for it twice. What were you thinking in those times?
I was just trying to keep fighting and plugging along, yeah. And he has a huge forehand, so just get it to his backhand, because if I didn't, he would have destroyed me.
Yeah, absolutely. That was such a grind, the last point. You guys fought so hard. What did you guys talk about in the break to strategize to win that third set?
My dad just told me to keep fighting and do what I was doing, and it worked. So.
How special is this moment for you?
It's really special. I'll remember it like the rest of my life.
He sure will, and so will his family, thrilled to celebrate with their new champion. And speaking of celebrating, Connor did so with a cannonball into the Sunrise Country Club pool.
I just won the ASICS Easter Bowl.
The proud city of Rancho Mirage has been a gracious host of this year's ASICS Easter Bowl. Some of the biggest names in tennis reflect on this event.
The Easter Bowl has traditionally been one of the great junior events in the world. It attracts really not only the country's best juniors, but even some juniors from outside the United States.
Because everybody knows the Easter Bowl. It's like the Orange Bowl. They know those 2 tournaments.
And so many great players have won it, and as a result, when you're a junior, you want to be an Easter Bowl champion. I was fortunate enough to win it a few times, and it meant so much. You had all the best players converge. The intensity, the competition was so important. It was such a prestigious title, and it still is. And it just means so much to be able to say that you were an Easter Bowl champion.
It sure does, Justin, and this will be a fun match between 2 13-year-olds. And Jada Daniel was a right-handed player and turned lefty at the age of 9.
Yeah, you have to be so talented to be able to do that. She watched Nadal play and emulated his game.
Daniel in the near court, Ashley Leahy in the far court, and a good ground stroke rally to get things going here early in the match.
Yeah, Ashley's got a lot of power. She doesn't look that strong, but she really has that big forehand and dictating play here in the beginning.
Well, she went up 3-1 after that winner and continues to show her power around the court. Then with that passing shot, she moves ahead 5-3 in the opening set. And you can see that the conditions are very windy early on. And Vince, you know a little bit about windy conditions out here in the desert, reaching the semifinals at Indian Wells in your career.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very tough thing to play in the wind. You have to sort of make your targets bigger, and you have to hit the ball a little lower to the net so that you can take the wind out of play.
Or after Leahy took that opening set, Jada Daniel starting to fire back and gets up an early break.
Jada's starting to get her rhythm there, moving Ashley around. Ashley doesn't like counterpunching. She wants to be taking her time, hitting those big ground strokes, but Jada's not letting her do that.
A good look at that Nadal-esque forehand for that winner from Jada.
The wind is starting to take a little toll on Ashley. She's setting up and ball's getting a little bit out of her strike zone. Really like Jada's mentality, her composure. She's very relaxed. Her strokes are smooth.
Leahy trying to stay in this second set, being more aggressive with forehands like that, trying to keep her in this match.
Yeah, Leahy really had the momentum, and she's frustrated now, so she's trying to pound that forehand again, and a little too aggressive there, especially with the wind.
Well, Jada Daniel takes the second set, and in between the second and third set, both players talk to their coaches. Jada Daniel's coach not here. She's on the phone with her dad as well as her coaches, trying to get some advice, and we move on into the final set of this championship match.
Yeah, Jada splits her time between Philly and Florida, and working down in Florida with Tariq Benavides, who groomed Andy Roddick to the top of the men's game.
Well, Jada Daniel really up big here in this final set. The arrows continue to roll off the racket of Ashley Leahy, and this is championship point for Jada Daniels. And with that miss, Jada Daniels is a champion, and so the Southpaw Daniel handled the win and handled her opponent to take the girls' 14 title. Vince had a few words with her after the match.
Congratulations, Jada Daniel, Easter Bowl champion. We saw you on the phone there right before the third set. Who were you speaking with, and what kind of coaching did they help you get for that third set win?
I was speaking with my coaches and my dad, and they were just encouraging me and telling me to do my best and just play, you know.
Great win. That was a huge win. How important is it to you in your career at this point, and how special is it right now?
It's very special, but I do hope to go on and do greater things. That's my main goal.
And I'm sure she will with talent like that. Next was the boys 16s with Coleman Boyd and the #1 seed, Samir Kumar, who both came through tough semifinal matches. We chatted with the talented Midwesterner before the match.
My name is Samir Kumar. I'm 15 years old and I'm from Carmel, Indiana. I think my best shot would be my backhand. It's my most consistent shot. I can take it anywhere in the court. I've always liked Roger Federer. He's my favorite professional. His game is very smooth. I'm very excited to be in the ASICS Easter Bowl final for sure because it's one of my favorite tournaments. I love the area. I had high expectations coming into this tournament. I'm very glad to be here and hopefully I can get a win.
His opponent, Coleman Boyd, trains at the Advantage Tennis Academy in Irvine. Let's get to know a little more about this academy.
We really focus on character development, academics, and athletics. And so we put a lot of time and energy meeting with the kids one-on-one, making sure that academically they're on track.
The academy's great because they just have a lot of good players over there. It's fun just because I always have a lot of match play, and I improve every single day, and it's just nice to know that I am, and I don't ever feel like I'm not getting any better, so it's a great experience over there.
The Advantage Tennis Academy, located in Irvine, California, offers the very best in high-performance training, and we should see some high-performance tennis from these two boys.
Katrina, we have two top-notch juniors today competing in the final. Really looking forward to seeing Samir Kumar, the #1 seed, play a great match. He's been doing all week.
Kumar in the far court, Coleman Boyd in the near court, and Kumar moves forward with some aggressive tennis early on. Well, as he moves forward, Coleman Boyd has another thought with an amazing forehand passing shot for the winner.
Yeah, so far, Boyd, a great junior coming out of San Diego. Him and his brother, JP, #1 last year in 2 different divisions. JP's now at Boise State. Boyd's a tough competitor.
Well, you can see that Kumar has a lot of touch as well as power around the court, and that takes him to set point. It's Coleman Boyd trying to fight his way back into this set. Kumar closes it out, 6-love. Coleman Boyd really trying to get things going here in this second set as he comes out aggressive and sets himself up nicely with this forehand winner.
Samir Kumar tells us he takes his studies as seriously as his tennis over at Carmel High School in Indiana, their tennis facility named after the late Todd Whitskin, great former tennis player from Indiana.
Samir Kumar, just a very talented player and really moves well. And look at this beautiful forehand from Kumar, setting himself up for the volley.
Yeah, I really like his early preparation on that forehand. As you see there, gets that racket up right, almost like Juan Carlos Ferrero from Spain.
Well, that brings us to match point, and Kumar closes this out, love and love. And what an incredible performance from Samir Kumar. I spoke with him after the match. Samir, congratulations. How does it feel to be the ASICS Easter Bowl champion?
It feels great. I mean, this has been one of my favorite tournaments ever since I was young. I love the area of Palm Springs. It's a great city, and the people here are great, so it feels very special to win this one.
Well, tough match today, but you almost didn't get to this match, fighting back from match point down yesterday in your semifinals.
Yeah, that was against Taylor. He's a great player, and I was definitely very excited to get through that one. Took a lot out of me, but I was for sure very excited to get through that.
Well, the chips seem to be rolling your way today. You came out on fire. What was your mentality coming out today?
I knew I had to play well because Calvin's a great player, but I felt I played very, very well, hitting all the right shots. My game plan worked very well, so I was happy to get this win. And
congratulations.
Thank you.
Proud champion poses with his trophy while Jose Higueras in the white hat enjoys the tennis amongst the crowd. ASICS has embraced their title sponsor role, and now Max Brownlee tells us more about their high-performance tennis gear.
ASICS, a leader in the running business, is now bringing color to tennis. As you can see, this is for the juniors as well as the adult players. We're also bringing a longer length racket with main strings that'll give more fun to the adult players.
Thanks, Max. Now it's time for the ASICS Easter Bowl quiz. Who is the only player to have won 4 titles at this event? Stay with us. The answer and more highlights coming up next. The beautiful skies, gentle breezes, and desert landscapes of Rancho Mirage and the Sunrise Country Club.
Welcome to Sunrise Country Club. My name is Jay Natimi. I'm the director of tennis here. We are very proud to be a part of this ASICS Easter Bowl. It's been a great week of tennis here, so sit back and enjoy the championship Sunday.
We'll get back to highlights shortly, but first, let's get the answer to our trivia question. Who is the only player to have won 4 titles at this event? Donald Young, who won an amazing 4 ASICS Easter Bowl titles from 2002 to 2006. A major initiative with the USTA is its 10 and Under program, which uses low compression balls, lower nets, shorter rackets, and shorter courts to help kids develop proper strokes and a greater passion for the game. Perfect. Clinics are held across the nation where aspiring young tennis players learn techniques to improve their hand-eye coordination and agility while also advancing their tennis skills. There's plenty of individualized coaching and attention, as well as opportunities to put all the practice to use and compete against each other on the court. I'm with Franklin Johnson, past USTA president and a past president of the Southern Cal Tennis Association. And Franklin, tell me why this tournament is so special for you.
I think it's such a unique event with having both boys and girls and 14s, 16s, and 18s all together. So all the kids can see the top players of the country, boys and girls. I think it's wonderful.
How important is it to keep the ASICS Easter Bowl here in California?
Well, I think it's highly important because the weather is always wonderful here in the desert, and it's just a major event. And obviously, geographically, it's advantageous to the Southern California kids to have it here.
When you talk about the ITF points and for our American players, do you really think they recognize the importance of this event overall?
Oh, they definitely do. I remember the first time we got ITF points here that Sam Querrey was playing, and he was worried whether he'd get into the French Open Juniors. And he won the tournament, and with the points he got, he was actually seeded at the French Open Juniors.
Well, congratulations on all that you've done here to help secure the ASICS Easter Bowl here in California and really raising the level to an ITF event. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Katrina. Thank you very much.
Back on the courts, 2 young players in the girls' 16 final, Caroline Dolhide and Catherine C.C. Bellis. Catherine talked about her tennis with us before the match.
I live in Atherton, California, and I started playing tennis at, well, I have a tennis court at my house right now, but I started playing tennis at my club when I was around 5. I think my best shot is probably my forehand, and I love hitting it. I admire Azarenka because she's such a fighter, and I love her game, the way she plays, and her personality. I love this tournament. This is my favorite tournament every year, and I love playing it. I mean, I'm so happy to be in the finals, and I'm really excited.
Thanks, Cece, and this will be a very good match between 2 14-year-olds with quite a contrast in size.
The 7th and 8th seed had great runs here to the final. The speedy Bellis against the powerful Dolhide.